welcome back, y'all. As promised, we're gonna stick with the New Year's goal, and I'm gonna make a recipe from my grandma's cookbook. I'm not sure if you can see it, but we're gonna do easy refrigerator rolls. Now, this is the only recipe I think that I have ever made out of this whole cookbook, and I know that it's delicious. We made it on Christmas Day, so I know it's good. And we're gonna start with it because I feel like it's a recipe that everyone would enjoy, and it doesn't require a lot of things. So I'm not gonna ramble. We're just gonna make some easy refrigerator rolls from this 1960 Betty Crocker cookbook. All right, the first thing I'm gonna do is add 2 cups of warm water to this bowl. And now it calls for, see if I can zoom out here. Hold on. Oh, nope, I can't. Here. It calls for 2 packets of just regular active yeast. My grandma always said to add 3 packets, which is what we did over Christmas, and it was fantastic. So I'm gonna add 3 packets of the active dry yeast to my 2 cups of water. I'm gonna add 3 cups of regular all-purpose flour and then 3.5 cups of bread flour. The recipe calls for 6.5 to 7 cups of just like gold medal all-purpose flour. But when I was at my mom's, we used all bread flour, so I'm gonna do a half and half. So I'm gonna do 3 cups of this all-purpose. And it's sifted, and I know I don't have the right sifter, but here we are. I'm gonna mix this up, and then it says specifically do not knead, but I'm pretty sure I needed it when I made this on Christmas, and I feel like my grandma did knead it a little bit. I do remember making these with her a couple times, and I swear to you, she had the recipe definitely memorized, but she would always do something different, like every time. She's like, well, sometimes I need it, sometimes I didn't need it. And I called her a Christmas Eve day to ask about something. And she was like, oh yeah, you know, sometimes I put an egg, sometimes I didn't. So, yeah. But I'm following it the exact way. So this has been in the fridge for, I don't know, a little over 2 hours, 2.5 hours-ish. And I'm not sure you all are prepared for how good this dough turns out. It's huge. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to punch it down, and then I'm going to cut off separate roll pieces, roll them into a roll, and put them in this 9x13 pan over here. So we're gonna do that. Oh, it's so satisfying. I specifically remember my grandma like literally punching it down like this. And I do think sometimes she would punch it down and then put it back in the fridge. I'm not gonna do that. Not today. I'm gonna put it in this pan. I do have my oven set to like warm, and then I'll turn it off and put these rolls in while it's warm, but the setting is not actually on. I don't even think I'm making sense, but whatever. That's my roll. And then I just make several of those. You can make them however big or small you want. It's all up to you. I typically do 4 wide-ish in my pan. These have been rising for like an hour and a half, and they're giant. So I have preheated the oven to 400 degrees. I'm going to put these in there for 12 to 15 minutes. I'm going to start with like 13 and then see how brown they are. So let's put these in the oven. Don't they look so good? Yes. I do always end up, I say always, but this time in particular, I covered it with foil like halfway through so this didn't get too brown, because over Christmas we felt like it got a little brown, or like, I don't know. But if you feel like the tops get too brown, just put foil on like halfway through. So I'm gonna let these cool, and then we're gonna give them a try.
Supposed to do something with this one?
You're supposed to try it.
Supposed to try it?
Yeah.
My horrible hair?
Yeah. My horrible video skills.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they good?
I have the salt on top.
I didn't salt it, it's just the butter.
Oh.
I just rubbed butter on the top.
Really?
Let's show them the real life though. So real life is, they kind of didn't cook all the way per that. So then I put them back in the oven and they finished cooking, but they're just a little sad right there. But
They still taste.
But it's real life. Like, they still taste fine. They just don't look amazing. But they taste fine.
The outside looks amazing.
Yeah, the outside does look amazing. And like, look how puffy this one is. This is our dinner, by the way. We're having filet mignon. Look how puffy that one is. So, you know, it's fine. I'll make these a lot because they're easy. Anyway, John's gonna dig into this filet mignon over here that we Traegered up. I probably didn't cook it well.
Oh, it's perfect.
Anyway, I don't really know what our next video is gonna be, but we'll obviously figure it out. You wanna say bye?
Bye.
Okay, bye!